you may participate more fully. And again, Happy New Year and welcome to our center. Thank you.
I'd like to send this out to Princess Jasmine, wherever she is. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and love returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and joy returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens. Power returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and peace returns to me. Peace returns to me.
And so I just invite you to turn within, however that's comfortable for you. And let's breathe together. Take in the divine and sacred and holy breath. We gently and easily exhale out anything that does not match all that is divine, anything that doesn't match all that is sacred, anything that does not match all that is holy. Let's just release that with our breathing. And again, we take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. We breathe it in. Let it cleanse, let it restore and refresh every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of your being. And let's exhale now, release and surrender all that doesn't match, all that is divine, all that is sacred, all that is holy. Just let it go. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern, we're reminded that this power and this presence, this love, this grace, this universal intelligence, this allness and oneness of the Spirit, the Almighty, is here and now in this place, it's in this space. It is in me, it is in you. And it is from this place of unity, unification, and oneness that I speak a word of blessing this day. For each of us individually, just say your name out loud, Brother Mark. And just know that right where you are, God is. If you believe that, just say, right where I am, God is. Right where I am, Spirit lives. And you use and select your own name for God and Spirit, however it's comfortable for you. And if there's no name there that comes up for you, that's okay too. For what I know is that right where you are meant to be. You are fully maintained, sustained, and orbed. That there is this divine umbilical cord for your highest and best good that is waiting to impress itself upon you in a bigger, bolder, and brighter way than at any other time ever before. And only awaiting your willingness to receive the good. If you're willing to receive it, just say, I am, I am, I am. Yes, that is the holy calling, isn't it? And so it's from this place of unification that I speak this word, knowing that the service continues to unfold with ease and grace and joy, a sense of surprise, a sense of laughter, a sense of innate good, knowing that whatever blessing and transformation, revelation that is yours, it's already accomplished as successful in the mind of spirit. And so I just would appreciate if you want to participate with that. Just feel what that feels like to have this oneness and this goodness. Yours, just awaiting for your clarion call to receive it in a bigger, bolder, and brighter way. And so that's my call for today, that we create a fertile ground, a soil that must make manifest all the blessings, transformations, revelations, demonstrations, insights, wisdoms that are for each of us individually and for a greater world all collectively. So on the final day of the year, I bless each of us that is within the sound of my voice. I want to remember and bless all the sentient beings as well in this prayer. We remember all those who have made their transitions this year, including our precious fur babies, Princess Jasmine, knowing that where she is, God is, that there's eternal life. Remembering all the blessings that can never be taken away from any in the human and any in the sentient family. For they give unconditionally, loving, expecting nothing from us, except for maybe a treat and a pet and a walk. And so now, as we always do, I'm just inviting us all to let together in our collective energy to remember those in our hearts that are in our prayer ministry, those who we know we should remember in our prayer this day. Just if you want to say the names out loud, you can do that. I know that Spirit knows each of the prayer requests and answers each word of the prayer. It's answered fully by Spirit even before we can utter the last word out loud in the human. And now let's take a moment together and take that piece. Do you feel like doing a bar of it, of the song lyric? It's up to you, the peace. We're going to take it throughout the world now. So we're going to see peace go out the top of our building. It's going to start with ourselves, it must, just as the peace song does. And then it travels throughout the city and the state.
I send my peace.
Yes.
Over the mountains.
See it actually go together, combine.
Send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and peace returns to me.
We're blessing all those war-torn areas now as well. I invite you to see with me the Ukraine from every city, village, and town, north to south, east to west. Cover it in a peace shield now with me if you're willing. Know that there are children born here who have never known peace in their country yet. We take this peace shield now and expand it to Gaza Strip, Israel, Palestine. So too there, children in rubble, many, many innocents whose lives suddenly taken. We take the same peace energy, that's peace with a capital P, surrounding all areas of conflict in Sudan, the Middle East, Armenia, wherever there's conflict. Let's instead see peace with a capital P. And I know that this highest vibration takes all the lower frequencies into itself and then transforms and transmutes all those lower frequencies into peace itself. Inviting you to see that together with me now, and let's just take a moment in the stillness. peace. Pause. Peace. Pause. Peace. In whatever language, we hold the highest idea of peace to have its full sway. And so I'm hopeful that you can feel the power that I can feel that comes from all of us together. We have two or more gathered. And so I feel very, very good about the words that have been spoken. I speak my word to the law of life, indeed, in knowing that they are fulfilled. Knowing that there's also a portion of this service that's always dedicated to the surprise of spirit to come forth with what is exactly needed for a healing, a transformation, a revelation, an insight, a wisdom. What we may call a miracle is ordinary in the divine, and I call it forth in this fertile soil, right here, right now, and invite you to say together with me, and so it is. Amen. And so thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. My name is Brother Mark. I'm one of the licensed practitioners here at Practitioner Emeritus. That means 20 or more years of service in Science of Mind centers. Thank you. And so Holly's going to come up now and do our reading. And it's a beautiful poet, writer, if you want to follow them on Facebook, Talia Hunter. No crying, Holly. I'm just kidding.
I know. Okay.
Go slow.
I'm
You want me
g-
to
I
do
got-
it for you?
Maybe. I'll try the first one. I just want Gilman to know that Jasmine is his guardian angel now.
Yes.
Because I lost my poodle in a tragic way, and I wasn't getting over it. And I would cry. I cried for 3 years.
Oh.
And then one day I was just going down Orange Street, and I looked up and I literally saw the most intricate cloud of a little white poodle like mine. And that was my come to Jesus moment. That was that I was kind of agnostic before that, but to see this perfect cloud that a 5-pound animal was able to manifest for me. And it was right when I came to meet Mark and everyone here. So it's nice. So anyway. So these are really beautiful. Make sure here. Okay. And on the path of self-acceptance, these 12 illusions you shall shed. The illusion of being unwanted. For in truth, there is no such thing as an unwanted soul. The illusion of being unlovable, for your true self is love. The illusion of unworthiness, for you are always deserving of love and success. The illusion of being weird, for there is no such thing as normal. The illusion of needing external validation, for your worth is never dependent on another's approval. The illusion of being insignificant, for your presence impacts all of humanity. The illusion of being powerless, for within you lies the strength to shape your destiny and influence the world. The illusion of not being good enough, for you were born good enough. The illusion of being a burden, for your existence is a precious gift, and your contributions add value. The illusion of being unsuccessful, for success is subjective and your path is uniquely yours. The illusion of being ugly, because that label only reflects the viewer being incapable of seeing beauty. And the illusion of aging decreases your value, for in truth, you are not a body, but a soul. And that is written by Talia Hunter. And we have one more, another reading. And on the path of self-acceptance, there are 12 illusions you shall shed.
Something about 20, wasn't it?
That's
20, that's the one.
Oh, really? Oh.
Did you already read that one?
No, I haven't. You're right. Thank you. There are 20 layers of self you shed to discover the true self, that it always existed beneath them. The layer of pride to reveal humanity. The layer of pretense to reveal authenticity. The layer of envy to reveal appreciation. The layer of greed to reveal contentment. The layer of despair to reveal faith. The layer of fear to reveal courage. The layer of resentment to reveal forgiveness. The layer of indifference to reveal empathy. The layer of selfishness to reveal generosity. The layer of hatred to reveal love. The layer of secrecy to reveal transparency. The layer of judgment to reveal acceptance. The layer of self-doubt to reveal self-assurance. The layer of scarcity to reveal abundance. The layer of apathy to reveal compassion. The layer of limitation to reveal boundlessness. The layer of resistance to reveal surrender. The layer of rigidity to reveal fluidity. The layer of ignorance to reveal wisdom. And the layer of isolation to reveal the inherent connection to all things. Words by Thalia Hunter. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Yes, we
I might
can.
have you come back later and just do that last one again.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so good morning, everybody. It's the last Sunday. How does it feel? And the reason the meditation was based on letting go, and the reason that the readings are based on letting go and shedding, is because today we're going to do a ceremony that you can choose to participate or not. I'm going to highly, highly encourage that you do. And it's a dissolving, it's going to be on dissolving paper, and it'll be in this bowl. And you're invited to consider the things you're no longer willing to take with you into 2024, right? It can be false doubt, it can be false beliefs, it can be sense of dread or trepidation, it can be anything that has to do with health and wholeness. If you're not willing to take that into the next year, you can do that. For the people that are new, you hear a lot of emotion that comes from the pulpit, and I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm just going to explain it, that we are a very real place, and so when people are going through things, we allow it, and I think it's beautiful. I also want to take a moment to just say a personal thank you for all the people who are here. There was an ordination that I did a prayer at many years ago in San Bernardino. And the line, somebody, I don't think it was me, I think it was somebody else that said the line that the group of people or the configuration may never be the same again. And that really struck me. I never heard those words uttered before, that if you look around the room and in the space, we may never all be together again. And we shouldn't take that for granted, and we can celebrate that today. And so what that was bringing up for me that I wanted to share is we have anchors in our community for so many generations and decades. They raise their children here. Audrey, how many years has your family been coming here? Since the end of the 70s. And then we've got the Wilkersons that came in the house. And if you look on the beautiful piano that their family gifted from the beloved Dr. Ruth, who was one of the longest serving ministers here. How many years has your family been here? 79. Yeah, and there's others as well that are here. The board is here. There are students that returned that, we don't know that we'll ever see again. There's the new, what I would consider the next or the new generation is here. I'm looking at them. And I will tell you that in being here in 8 years, if we could fill this place just once think of all the amazing people you've met here. There's at least 100 or 150 people I could think of and give you names and actually addresses, phone numbers, and emails for. And if you ever want to have an incredible reunion, let's get those people here just once to be together at the same place and the same time. Because actually when we have a service, there's healings that happen from the energy that's in person. And with the survival of going through the pandemic and COVID, I think a lot was lost when when people say that you can just conduct something on Zoom, really? Really? I've had job interviews on Zoom. I'm like, do you hire a square on a computer? Do they know that I'm in my boxers on below and I have a tie up above? I was always thinking the best interview question would be, now please stand and turn for us to see, like, let's see how detail oriented this person is. Do they actually get dressed below too? Not always. Yeah. So I wanted to just acknowledge and thank from the very newest people. You're in a space to me that's spiritual royalty right now today. So I hope you'll stay after. I know it's a little bit intimidating. Just meet a couple people and share time and fellowship. So I can't tell you how meaningful it is that out of 8 years of service to have this group that has the anchor from the history. The center's been here almost 70 years, and so I'm sure this coming year we'll be celebrating a 70th anniversary gala of some sort. And we do the gala however casual it may be. So the message of the day, to get back to that, was about letting go anything that you're no longer willing to take with you, right, to the next year. So let's do that. There was a really good quote, and I'm going to start with it. And then I may add some things that are personal to me about letting go. This comes from Joyce Rupp, Out of the Ordinary. As you look back on the year you just completed, what name would you give your journey of the past year? How would you describe it to one of your friends? What image or metaphor would you use to talk about it? Who were your wise persons? What was most satisfying about the year? And as you look to the year before you, 2024, what name would you like your New Year's journey to have? What gifts do you bring with you into the year before you? Do you find any resistance within you? What is your greatest need for the coming year? And so I'm going to kind of just close with that, and there should be dissolving paper that was already passed out to you. And if you want to go ahead and start filling that out, I'm going to ask that if you would fill it out, and let's take a moment. And then we're going to place it in the bowl. And if you're able to make it forward to the bowl, it's most powerful if you can give it to the bowl. And it's most powerful if you can say, and there'll be no microphone here, if you can say out loud so your solar plexus hear you as to what you're willing to release and surrender to the bowl. So I will fill the bowl with water, and it has a stir. And just know that whatever you're letting go, you're choosing to no longer keep with you. You can bless and release it. You can give, if anybody needs more than one piece of dissolving paper, we have that. So feel free to use as much as you need to use. And then when you're ready, you can come forth on your own time. You can come forth anytime. Do you want to just do something gentle on the strings while they're doing that? No? It's up to you. It's up to you if you feel like it. Does everybody kind of get what we're doing? And then just so you know, if you want to come back next Sunday, we're going to do a vision for 2024. We're going to actually do the actual vision process for about 20 to 25 minutes together, and you can vision and set your intentions for 2024. But today, let's just focus on this letting go, what no longer serves you. And I'll give you some ideas too, but I don't want you to take my ideas. I want you to listen to your own. Did you have one doing that? Did you put one in? You want to?
Never letting go of my cat.
I don't want you to. Okay. So let's just take a moment and breathe together again. I hope you were breathing the whole time. We'll take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Did you feel the power of the releases? Yes. I'm going to tell you, it's the first time the dissolving paper ever worked. Some years I come and I say, I'm going to make it a burning bowl, and I set it on fire because I don't like to see remnants. I'm going to tell you, the key was in that everybody's stirring it, right? And it dissolved. And did you see the power when you dissolved it yourself? And I'm hoping that you felt the power when you felt your solar plexus say it to yourself. We need to reassure ourselves that we're going to be okay. Does that make sense?
The water is the ether.
Yeah, the water's the ether. And in our spiritual journey, we're going to find no matter whatever course you take, it doesn't really matter. The thing is there's no one coming to save us. It's ourselves. And a lot of it can connect to like a little child within ourselves, whatever you want to call it. But it's us reminding ourselves that we're going to make it. That we can do this. Do you believe that? I will make it. I'll say it as an affirmation. I will make it. I can do this. I am divinely sourced. I am divinely sustained. I am divinely maintained. All of my needs are met. It is so good. And so it is. And so it is. So that's really how simple some of the prayer work works here, is the idea that you know what you're declaring it to the law of life. The universe always is saying, yes, 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 you are my beloved and who I am well pleased. And then we just want to be mindful of what it is we're carrying, right? We want to weed the spiritual garden if there's things that are happening in our life and that we don't want, and we can replace them at any time. You don't need to wait till the end of every year. You can do this the end of every week. Some people do it the end of every day. Some people do it based on the moon, right, and the patterns. So there's a few quotes. I don't know if I want to read all of them yet. There's not very many today. I just picked a couple. But I want to say from my heart about letting go that it is so beautiful to witness. It is magnificent to witness you all. And thank you, Anne, too, for holding space. We just hold a prayer field. In our teaching, we only know there's perfect God, perfect man. So whoever's before us, perfect woman, perfect them, perfect pronoun, whatever you want to call yourself, you're perfect. You're whole, complete, you're perfect, you're divinely made. There's nothing missing, lacking, needing, or wanting. And the rest is all illusory. It doesn't mean we won't go through things. It doesn't mean we won't go through illnesses. It doesn't mean we won't go through traumas. It doesn't mean we won't have a car accident. It doesn't mean we won't have a flat tire. It doesn't mean we may not lose our beloved fur baby. It doesn't mean that we may not lose a brother. We may not lose we may not have people in our family who are going through illnesses. It does mean that we can take the idea that something higher is happening through all of it, to look for the blessing behind all of it, and not to force that, because sometimes when you're going through it, it definitely doesn't feel like a blessing. So I'm not here to pretend that it did or it does, and at this moment I'm not sure where everybody is. I think it takes an awful lot for people to show up anywhere today, because you have to really want to, and then hopefully you shower and come. And I didn't shave today because I couldn't. The idea of it was too much for me, but I did do all the rest. Yes, Phil. You shaved yesterday? Good job. So for me it just felt too violent, so I didn't do it today. Letting go, man, if it's not life-affirming, if it's not unconditionally loving, you don't really need it. And also, all the things that you let go, they might try to creep back because we're human too, right? We're divine beings, but we're human too, right? We're having a human experience. So when you see them, just do this with me. No, 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 no. Can we do that together? No, 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 no. Because then you're going to see one come back, and you'll be in the car driving, and you can just be looking in the rearview mirror and go, right? Eventually it'll get to just, or no, 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 no. And if you want to call, you can call. Like I'll give my emails, my name, mark@markchitjian.com. You have my phone number. Call. Say like it's coming back. Oh no. I'll be able to give you a prayer in like about 2 minutes, and it'll be done. And I'll pray with you about whatever. We're not praying for it, we're praying about it. So this year too, there's no more praying for anything, because when you're praying for something, it means we don't have it. We're going to pray about it. And we're going to affirm. Also, I want to invite in this new year why don't we start prayer about the things that are working amazing? Like if we had a vehicle to get here, if we had a warm roof over our head. Does anybody think about that when the rainstorms come down like they did the other day? I was just so grateful to have a car, to have a house, to have food. Like the things we take for granted, some things. I'm not saying everybody takes that for granted. So I want us to know, because we're energy beings, what we focus on, we magnify, right? So I want us to focus on the good too. So there's a few quotes. There's a mindfulness teacher named Linda Curtis, and she has a 4-step method. Endings are often poignant and sometimes painful, but it is actually innately human to want to end well. A 4-step process for honorable closure. The first step is to tell the old story in a new way, and the predominant quality of that step is gratitude. The second step is to resolve any regrets that you may have with willingness and humility. You resolve your regrets by owning them and learning from them. The third step is to let go of the past, and point of honorable closure is freeing up your energy and your spirit. Let me read that again. Because I missed a line. The third step is to let go of the past and let it be, and the primary quality required is forgiveness of yourself and others. The whole point of honorable closure is freeing up your energy and your spirit. Forgiveness isn't about the past, it's about the present. And the fourth step is to invent the next story, and that often is about reclaiming joy. One at least person did say something about reclaiming their energy, and that was very powerful up here. What kinds of future possibilities do you want to create and step into? Have you ever heard in a congressional hearing when they say, reclaiming my time? I love that. And so you can reclaim your energy as well, and that's awesome, because sometimes we might have spent an awful lot of energy on something that didn't really bear out the way we thought. And so I want to invite us all within the sound of my voice to reclaim our energy. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you for that. So from Eric Butterworth, resolve that you will live and think and work as if you believe that the whole universe is present in every project of your work and every transaction of your investments as your never failing resource. Isn't that beautiful? So a lot of time I might say to Spirit, now, I tried with my bank account. How did I do? Right? So now I'm calling upon Spirit to be my CEO, right? Isn't that amazing if we can bring that into our transactions, our choices, our decisions, our intentions?
And our spirit guides.
Yeah, our spirit guides too. That's very powerful. And also the ones when you're dealing with that kind of idea, I want to have a caveat to it. I'm sure you'll be okay. Because the idea, this is very important. Just say, as long as it's for my highest and best good. As long as it is for my highest and best good. Right here and right now. On my soul's evolution. Yeah, at this moment in time, because in spirit there's no time. So when we call forth for the energy of spirit guides, angels, and I'm even going to say this, I'm even going to say ancestors.
And past all loved ones.
Yeah, because it has to be for your highest and best good. Okay, it's very important. Don't test that one. Just trust me on that one. From Lynn Twist, Living a Committed Life. You can have an ending without closure. Something is over, but it haunts you. You think you have let go, but you find that you have unresolved feelings, disappointments, and regrets. Honorable closure is a process that allows you to free yourself from the past. You pay homage to what was brought into existence, the human effort, devotion, and dedication that it took. You assess the learning that occurred and forgive yourself and others for failures or transgressions. You can then stand on the shoulders of the accomplishment, and from there you can take new territory. Honorable closure generates a big open space where new opportunities start to show up with nothing lingering, nothing hanging over, nothing incomplete. From Scott Aubrey in Spiritual Passages. In our new year, we can choose to release our beliefs and actions that keep us stilted, those ideas about ourselves and life that inhibit us living the fulfilled life that God desires for us. You know how sometimes we're just a little timid at letting all our music out? We're a little shy at being magnificent, so we do mediocre things to just blend in with the rest of humanity. Let's stop doing that. Let's rise up and understand that it is our destiny to live a life of wholeness, to reveal the kingdom of God. As we're carrying out our resolve, our promises for the year, let's mindfully know that the love, poise, and power of God is more authentic than our illusions of limitations. You are one with the same power that created the cosmos, the same life energy that has made all things lovely and elegant. That is your divine heritage, and that is the reality of your yet-to-bes this coming year. Isn't that beautiful? And I think it's so powerful, I'd like to take it apart in a couple of affirmations. If you agree with the affirmation, you can repeat it. It is my destiny to live a life of wholeness.
It is my destiny to live a life of wholeness.
I mindfully know that the love, poise, and power of spirit,
I mindfully know that the
love, poise, and power of spirit
love, Lord, and power of spirit
is more authentic than any illusion I create.
is more authentic than any illusion I create.
I am one with that same power that created the cosmos.
I am one with that same power that created the cosmos.
Are you?
Yes.
Just checking for a friend. Okay, from page 56 of Science of Mind. A spiritual practitioner consciously removes the apparent obstruction and leaves the field open to a new influx of spirit. They resolve things into thoughts, dissolve the negative appearance in the condition by recognizing only perfection. The practitioner must know that there are no obstacles in the pathway of truth. They must know that their word, being the activity of truth, removes all obstructions. And so one of the lines that you'll hear, and at least you'll hear from me, and you can say it and use it as your own line and make it your own in your own way, is that's why I use that caveat sometimes, that anything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed, the highest good from coming forth, it has no more power. It is dissolved back to the nothingness from where it came, and it is instead replaced with the truth. Spirit is at hand, God is at hand, life is at hand, love is at hand, joy is at hand, grace is at hand. Does that make sense? From Science of Mind, page 453, let each resolve to be true to ourself, true to one inner light, true to the truth. Ralph Waldo Emerson, write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. That's kind of attached to what I said about all of us coming together. So let's just say if you agree, every day is the best day of the year. Why not? So I never thought I'd quote Brad Paisley, country singer. Tomorrow is the first blank page of a 365-page book. Write a good one. Isn't that good? So let's affirm together, I shall write a good one. All right. Ellen Goodman, American journalist and Pulitzer Prize winner. We spend January 1 walking through our lives, room by room, drawing up a list of work to be done, cracks to be patched. This year, let's walk through lives not looking for flaws, but for potential. So if you agree with that, I'm going to say, I use 2024 to look for, seek and find my highest potential. From Rainer Maria Rilke, now we welcome the new year, full of things that have never been. Isn't that sweet? And I'm going to close with a couple things here. From Philippians 3:13, this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. And reaching forth to those things which are before, I press on toward the mark of the high calling of God. From the Baha'i tradition, Shoghi Effendi, Dawn of a New Day, let them remember that a firm resolution on their part, an absolute rededication of their resources, and an attempt to translate into action their meritorious intentions, coupled with perseverance in the discharge of their duties, would suffice to ensure the success of the mission to which they are now committed. And from Roger Teal, this life is joy. What we believe in is an open invitation for manifestation. In the midst of a problem, believe in the possibilities inherent within the problem. You are disengaging your vital energies from an attack on the problem and making yourself available to guidance, inspiration, innovation, and serendipity. And this is going to be the closing from Joyce Rupp, Out of the Ordinary. It's a New Year prayer. Faithful companion in this new year, I pray to live deeply with purpose, to live freely with detachment, to live wisely with humility, to live justly with compassion, to live lovingly with fidelity, to live mindfully with awareness, to live gratefully with generosity, to live fully with enthusiasm. Help me to hold this vision and to daily renew it in my heart, becoming ever more one with you, my truest self. Did you feel it? I'm going to break it down into a couple of affirmations. Yeah. I pray to live deeply with purpose.
I pray to live deeply with purpose.
Do you? I pray to live freely with detachment.
I pray to live freely with detachment.
I pray to live wisely with humility.
I pray to live wisely with humility.
I pray to live justly with compassion.
I pray to live justly with compassion.
Do you? I pray to live lovingly.
I pray to live lovingly.
I pray to live mindfully with awareness.
I pray to live mindfully with awareness.
I pray to live gratefully with generosity.
I pray to live gratefully with generosity.
I pray to live fully with enthusiasm.
I pray to live fully with enthusiasm.
I hold this vision and daily renew it in my heart.
I hold this vision and daily renew it in my heart.
I become ever more one with you, my truest self.
I become
And in the words of Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, you know what they are? We did it! Yeah, Ben and Snap. If you haven't ever seen that movie, oh my Lord, you got to see that movie. So many hilarious lines from that movie. And then now we have Gilman and our closing song, and thank you, Gilman. Isn't it a joy to always have our live music here under the musical direction of Gilman Carver? Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm sorry, we'll do the offering. Oh, yeah, offering. Is everybody feeling generous? Let's do that. So all those within the sound of my voice. Oh, you have a closing song. You have a song, I release. Wait, we have a song first, then the offering.
Okay.
This one naturally enough, is called
If you want to sing along, you can. It's awesome.
I Release and I Let Go. There was a time in my life, yeah, shake it, thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, let it all go. This is what you have to say. I release, I let go, let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. But some only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm all. Oh, come on, sing it with me. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. More struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gilman Carver. This song by Ricky Byers and Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith. Yes, Agape. Wow. Okay, so now it's time for the offering, and I invite our usher to come forth, or ushers. It's time for our conscious giving, and so if you want to click on a Donate Now button, if you're watching remotely, you can do that. If you want to give by Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, whatever, cash is good. But giving from your heart is even better. For the same portal from which you give is the same portal from which you receive. So I'm going to encourage you all to support whatever spiritual center you choose that supports you. Let's see this spiritual center survive another 70 years, shall we? It has served this community well. It continues to serve as is it going to be the warm weather shelter again? Cold weather winter shelter for how many? 6 to 8 people in the back? So we want to thank this center for all the work it's doing, knowing that it's a successful spiritual idea, and the mind of spirit is therefore maintained and sustained for all of its needs to be met. And I'm going to, I'll do an affirmation in a minute, but the ushers are going to come forth.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. Thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. for caring. Bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And so I'm going to invite you to repeat after me if you want this affirmation. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. And thank you, ushers, for your service. Thank you, congregation. And thank you, everyone within the sound of my voice. If you're watching remotely, you can click on and let us know where you're watching, and give a tithe and donation of any amount. And so, Ed, did you have some announcements for the rest? And then we'll have the closing song with Gilman.
Well, what an exciting day. Announcements, we have just a couple of announcements. We have our annual congregational meeting, which is the last Sunday of January 2024. And we encourage all members to participate and please attend. We have some exciting things to discuss and share. And if you would like to be a member, just see one of us and we can arrange that. Also, as Brother Mark was stating, starting tomorrow, we have the winter shelter that we're opening up here in our hall. And it's very, very exciting. It's on the hall in the back. And if you'd like to participate, I've given everyone a flyer, but we're looking for meals. You can sign up to provide a meal for the family, the group of individuals that will be staying as our guest. There's items that you can participate, or you can be a volunteer. And it's a blessing to be able to spend time with individuals and get to know them and share your experiences and let them know that they're loved. There's so many, and we've done this for many, many years. So we're excited. This year, the city is working with us in the county, and we are working on an effort, this is very unique for the first time, where we will process them with all their information to get them into some kind of housing directly. So the moment that they come to our shelter, we register, we get their information, and we begin to find out how they can move on to the next step in their journey of life. So this is a very exciting time, and I thank everyone for participating. Jean is our coordinator. Jean, can you raise your hand? Any of you would like to know anything, it's all on that flyer that I participated and gave you, but those are the two announcements, and the last announcement is we made it through another year. And that's exciting. And I'm glad we did the release bowl because I had 2 pages. But anyway, bless you all. I look forward to seeing you. And yes, Phil. Yes, another year and we're still here. Hallelujah. And so it is. Thank you.
Oh. I used to think I would always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation. On the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide. Help me out now. Yes, I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am separation, no matter what they looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. I imagine separation's gone away. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. Yes, I am loving with my heart wide open. I am just a little bit louder for me, will ya? Yes, I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open, wide open. Happy New Year.